up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. First down throw for Allen. He's on the move. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down. A whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now a give to Cook, running left. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Allen now on first down. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on first down, Allen. This time they're going to get there and they drop it. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chargers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Options are open here. It's second and inches. Back to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Dobbins gets it off the option. Has a lane past the 45. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st. A give right side to Dobbins. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 48-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First and 10, Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, Allen. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Allen on 3rd down. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go. Allen. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st. To the air again, Allen. Oh no, they get him yet again. Derwin James picks it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The snow sure has made the travel difficult all throughout the 5 boroughs and into New Jersey, but we are ready for football nonetheless at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, some strong running. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
To throw is Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Hall again on second down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. On the toss, here's Allen. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now it's the Rams' second all-time leading scorer kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here's Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Allen. Powers through him. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Still going. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braylon Allen, 44 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now it's Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. That's caught inside the 20. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to McConkey. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Again, Herbert working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On 4th down, Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted. Out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground. Hall, and running room's